So, what are we drinking today?
Today is Sawtooth Ale Nitro from Left Hand Brewery in Longmont, Colorado. Basically, I mean, even before kind of even talking about beer, the deal is you got to make the move to craft beer.
Yeah.
I used to be all about the Bud Light and the Coors Light and everything like that, and then there's kind of been a intense up and coming craft brewery all over Colorado, and but that's where I live. That's where we are. So we are very fortunate to have. I mean, I could throw a rock in any distance and probably hit about 6 breweries.
The breweries are just ridiculous here.
Just around here. What's incredible about craft breweries and being able to try out different beers is everybody's artistic take on it. Everyone can homebrew. Anybody can homebrew.
Your homebrew was great.
I liked it. I definitely got to make more of it. But if you talk
it's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of time. It's it's start to finish. You're going to be like a month before you get to taste what you what you made. But if you talk to most of the breweries now that are open, they all started in their garage. They all started just with the burners and mixing and boiling and fermenting, all in their garage, all in their basement. So it's really cool, and that's kind of why I'm such a big fan, is that you get to go and try a bunch of different awesome
it's fresh
beers
from the source. I mean, there's nothing better than going to the brewery, and it's just and they give you out samples. It's just you go to all these different little booths and you get these little samples. It's great. I mean, I was at Coors Brewery here out in Golden. That was my first brewery.
Same here. That was the first ever brewery I ever went to.
Because it's free, and that's why we do this stuff.
And it's Coors, so that's great. But I don't like it now.
No?
Is it if you go
corporate
to
or
it's just so you walk into the brewery and their free tour is you getting you get a voice speaker box that's on a lanyard.
Oh yeah,
and you walk around for 20-30 minutes, and if you want to listen to what it tells you,
I felt like I was at Stonehenge listening to about the ancients make this crafting brew.
And there was a huge disconnect from the personal experience that you get with beer, and that's kind of why it was cool the first time that I saw it. But the next tour that I went on that has just kind of destroyed all tours for me, and that's my bar now is New Belgium up in Fort Collins. And they're all employee owned, and they tell you every second.
Got to make the trip to that one.
Yes, you have to. It's almost every beer that they have is incredible. And if you like all different styles, then you're going to be able to find something that you love there. But their brewery tour was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was like 60 ounces of beer for free. It's a free tour. I mean, they're so busy that you have to make it like 3 months in advance. Right? And but you go on this tour, and it was the most eye-opening, incredible experience that I've ever had on just being able to see what that size of a craft brewery, because it's one of the biggest. I mean, Sam Adams is the biggest craft brewery, I think, out there, as far as I know. But New Belgium has got to be getting close. They were talking about they're just now building another brewery down in South Carolina, I think, or maybe North Carolina. I'm not 100%, but they're huge. They're huge.
They're blowing up like crazy, and and you're right in the heart of like brewing country out here. And like you said, there is not a place that you can go a stone's throw away.
It's we have one 3 blocks from here, just south. 3 blocks. It's Wonderland Brewing. It's a new one. It's a much more local one. It's definitely not on the scale of New Belgium. I mean, New Belgium that's kind of the model to be after. But as of right now, like, it's a new one that just opened. I tried a couple of beers from there. Some of those were decent. I need to definitely go back and try more. You can't go to any craft brewery, try one, and be like, well,
Like, once I moved out here, it's just ridiculous. You go to different places, and there's such all the rich flavors.
You just go to a bar and it's on tap.
Yeah, they're like
all the craft brews are on tap.
And what's funny is they have these happy hour specials of the local brews, and they're just amazing beer. And people would oh my god, this stuff's amazing. And I'm like, this stuff is amazing. And
I mean, and there's so many, so it just depends. Like there's New Belgium has a Ranger IPA, a Rampant.
Well, yeah, that's what I had at...
Ranger's like the first one that I had. It was...
When
New
we
Belgium
went out to
is the first ever craft brew that I had was a Fat Tire.
Yeah.
I mean, before I knew what craft brew was,
Fat Tire when
it was like, oh,
the first thing it was when I first started drinking beer. I'm like, oh, what is this Fat Tire? Shit, it's terrible.
And how do you feel about it now?
Well, now it's just like, damn, that flavor.
It's kind of it's more the norm for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because I drank all the, corporate nationalized company beers, and that's what we all do. We go to the bar and we order these, semi-nice ones.
I want 5 Coors Lights, and then I want to be peeing every 12 minutes. That's kind of the goal.
That's how it is, and it's terrible.
I'm down for flavor. A lot of people now, I mean, a ton of people, kind of how they're gauging all their beers now, especially the consumer side of it, is the ABV, the alcohol content, how much alcohol is in it, alcohol by volume, whatever it's called, and that's kind of the norm. So the higher the percentage, obviously, the quicker you can get a little toasted. We just tried some that had even 17%, so 5 ounces.
Yeah, this is a 5.3, but
yeah. So Sawtooth Ale is which one? Would you say 5.3?
By volume, yeah.
So 5.3, and that's definitely not a ton, but that's about the norm for an ale. That's a red ale. This is an American style ale. It's not an American.
Even tells you on how to drink it. So
left hand does, yeah. Left hand. This is what left hand does, because this one is a nitro. Oh, there it is. Nitro. Yeah. And Nitro is the first one that Left Hand, and one of my absolute favorite beers is Left Hand Milk Stout Nitro. Yeah. They, for a long time, they were doing just Left Hand Milk Stout, just a regular carbonated, and they ended up going Nitro, and they're now doing a Sawtooth Ale as well.
So you have to pour this stuff in a very specific way.
They say pour it in a glass, but we're drinking it right out of the bottle today. So so when it comes to the Nitros, everything that Left Hand does, I love it. They're all about having fun, and that's kind of most of the breweries that I'm around. I mean, how can you not have fun making a product that you love and drinking it and having a great time? The two directions is pour hard, admire, and enjoy. Since it's Nitro, it does some crazy shit in the glass. It looks awesome. You let it set for like 2 minutes and 42 seconds, I think is the ample time to let Nitros. I might be off by a few seconds. But
this guy knows his beer.
That gives it enough time to settle, and then it tastes incredible. Now, first glance that you're going to get, or first taste, seemingly a little flat. Because it's not carbonated. It doesn't have that natural fermentation process, but it gives it a whole different flavor, which I'm a huge fan of. And Nitros are kind of starting to make their way to the forefront. So kind of as we go through this process, trying a bunch of different beers, a bunch of different Nitros, I'll tell you the things that I have tried. Some of them are great. Some of them with Nitro, is very sweet on some of those, because a lot of those chocolate stouts are coming out. Avery's new brewery, which was, I mean, that place is incredible.
We're going to be, the next video we're doing is on Avery's, the White Rascal, because one of our roommate, Randy,
Isn't that a Belgian style wheat, I believe?
Is it?
Yes, when we get the bottle and we start drinking the 6-pack, we'll take a look at it.
We'll do the whole fact checking ahead of time, but what's funny is like the wheat one was really good. And
wheats are great beers. Yeah. Especially summertime. People love them in the summertime.
Yeah, that's like
slice of orange or lemon. Leinenkugel does their whole summer shandy type beers. You have Shock Top, who makes very good Belgian style wheat as well. Once again, New Belgium we're talking about. They have Sunshine, and you can go to Odell's, which is right next there.
We'll have to do that,
Yes.
Newcomer to the scene, so I'm looking forward to...
We will get your feet
going
wet. That will happen.
To say the least. So, outside of that...
sad day. I think we have more though. So, well, cheers. Cheers to number 1. Yours is almost gone. I'm going to take that
first
last swig.
Yeah.
First of many. So we hope to keep this going as long as possible. Always going to be trying out new things and talking about them.
Yeah, this is very true. Well, we can always make this like a weekly thing too.
Yes. I'm in. Whatever.
Drink every Monday and just get trashed. No.
Yeah.